ईशाय गुणराशे विद्याय शुद्धविद्याय मध्वाय च नमो नमः. Dear Sahiti members, this is where our Pavana Yatra starts. This is the first spot of our Pavana Yatra. We have travelled around 200 odd kilometers from Bangalore towards the west into the Western Ghats. On the way we stopped at Belur and Halebeed and we spent some time looking at the architectural beauty there. And from there we are transitioning now into pure spiritual mode. And the first place that we are here is known as the Bhimana Bande. Anandji, if you could just show the Bhimana Bande to our devotees. This rock, before we go to the rock, this is the place where Madhvacharya has walked. So we are very fortunate that we have been able to come to this place. The story of the rock here is that the rock was, many people had tried to build a bridge across this river when Madhvacharya was there. But that it was impossible for them to construct anything such that people could cross. But when it was necessary to cross the bridge amidst floods, Madhvacharya single-handedly, by his left hand, lifted the rock that Anandji is just showing you and placed it in the middle of the river such that people could walk across the river. So we are here at such a beautiful place, such a place with so much of historical and philosophical importance. And here we seek the blessings of Harivayu that the rest of our journey in this Pavana Yatra and the rest of our lives here is Pavana for all the devotees along with us. Thank you.
Hari Sarvottama.
Vayu Jivottama.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama.
जना पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्। यत्र योगेश्वर कृष्ण यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूति ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम। अर्जुन उवाच कथं भीष्ममहं संख्ये द्रोणं च मधुसूदन इषुभिः प्रतियोत्स्यामि पूजार्हा वरिसूदन। गुरून् हत्वा हि महानुभावान् श्रेयो भोक्तुं भैक्षमपीह लोके हत्वार्थकामांस्तु गुरूनिहैव भुञ्जीय भोगान् रुधिरप्रदिग्धान् न चैतद्विद्मः कतरन्नो गरीयः यद्वा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयुः यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषामः तेव स्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्राः। दुःखम् देहवद्भिरवाप्यते ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्पराः अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसां मय्येव मनसाधस्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः अथ च चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततः मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय अभ्यासेन समर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि तथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागः ततं कुरुतात्मवान् श्रेयो विज्ञानमभ्यासः
ज्ञानात् ज्ञानात् विशिष्यते
ज्ञानात् कर्मफलत्यागः त्यागात्।
Hare Krishna, we have our Sahitya reporter, Suresh ji. Over to you.
Thank you, Anand. This has been one of the most beautiful days, and this is what the entire activity was planned for in the Pavana Yatra of us. Today, this morning, we started at around 5 in the morning. We were here by 5 a.m. and we had our bath in the Madhva Sarovara. And then all of us assembled here for the chanting of the 18 adhyayas of Bhagavad Gita. With God's grace, the entire thing went very well as planned. We would especially want to thank our teachers, Neeta ji, Veena ji and Nalini ji, who were relentless and patient with us while we learned chanting the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. Right now we have just finished the chanting of the 18 adhyayas of Bhagavad Gita. We are in Gita Mandir, and as you can see as we are walking along, all the 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita have been engraved here in stone. Our chanting place was just outside this hall, and after this Anandji is showing you specific verses of certain adhyayas here, so that it becomes very clear to you as to what's been engraved. now that we have finished the chanting of the 18 Adhyayas, the next event for us today is to go back to the Krishna Mata, where the Brihati Sahasra Yajna is taking place, and at about 11:30 the Purnahuti for Brihati Sahasra Yajna will take place, and we will take part in that, and we are expecting the Swamiji to participate in the Purnahuti as well. So we will do that, and then we will go to Mahaprasada.
Sureshji, if I may interrupt you, what was the experience like during the chanting? Is it better to ask the teachers?
We can certainly ask the teachers, but I'm sure they
So
will
here
say
are our
first.
teachers, Veena-ji, Neeta-ji and Nalini-ji. Tell us your experiences about chanting here, the very place of little Krishna, Lord Krishna.
It was just surreal. It was amazing experience. It was I can't explain in words, to be honest. It was all the dhyana was on Krishna, and remembering all the meanings of the shlokas that we were reading and chanting. So it was just great.
Veena-ji?
Yeah, it was very divine experience, and with all of us, not only we three, all chanted very well, and it was very beautiful. Even Acharya was saying it was just like a recording chanting.
Oh, how
It
nice.
looked like that. The Acharya saying that is very, very divine.
Nalini-ji?
As the other two ladies have said, it was a divine experience, just magical. Sitting there chanting shloka after shloka with the entire group from Sahiti, Hindu Knowledge Academy. It was a great experience. We were ably led by Madhuji for the whole trip, so we're very, very grateful to Lord Krishna and to our Guru here, Madhuji.
So on behalf of all your students, Sahiti, I would like to thank all the three teachers for teaching us Gita. We chant it in a way it should be chanted. And you have seen the results today. All your students have chanted so well. So we also feel very grateful. Thank you to all three of you. So we carry on with this journey. Sureshji?
So now that we have crossed half the Ramayana, the rest of the shlokas are on this side. As I told you a little earlier, we will go for the Purnahuti of the Brihati Sahasra Yajna. After that, one of the highlights of this evening is going to be the lecture by our teacher Madhusudan ji. He will be addressing, and Swamiji will be present while he will be addressing in the Rajangana. And here is our teacher Madhusudan. He is standing right
Over
in
to you,
front of
Madhuji.
chapter 15. So, Madhu,
So
please.
good morning everyone in Sahiti. What a wonderful morning we've had. So we all got up at 4 o'clock in the morning. We were here at 4:45 at Madhva Sarovar, and from there on to the Krishna Mandir, and we had a divine darshan of Sri Udupi Krishna's Abhisheka, and we were all totally engrossed. It was mystical. That is the only word I can describe. It was mystical. We were all in a different planet of seeing Sri Krishna's Abhisheka, the Udupi Krishna that Sri Madhvacharya held in his hand, that Abhisheka that we saw, and we could not get our eyes out of it. Then after that we had a special darshan of Krishna, Udupi Krishna, and now we did a 3 hours of marathon session on reciting the whole 18 chapters. And how else to think about the Bhagavad Gita chapters if we don't contemplate on chapter 15. As you know, we are in the Gita Mandir here. Sri Suganendra Tirtha Swamiji has taken upon his life mission to engrave every verse of the Gita in this granite slabs in the Gita Mandir. So I just want to remind that chapter 15 is here, Purana Purushottama Yoga, that our Srimad Acharya has cited this more than 15 times in all his works, illustrating the importance of chapter 15 of Purana Purushottama Yoga. Last few verses from 16, Imam Purusho Loke Kshara Akshara Evacha Ksharaha Sarvani Bhutani Kutasto Akshara Uchate Uttamaha Purushastu Anyaha Paramatmeti Udavritaha Yo Lokatrayamavishya Vivartya Avyaya Ishwaraha Yasmat Ksharam Aditoham Aksharaadapicha Uttamaha Atosmin Loke Vedecha Pratitaha Purushottamaha Yo Mam Evam Asampuno Janati Purushottamam Sarvavid Bhajati Mam Sarvabhavena Bhavat. भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नः एतद्भूत्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत. So this summarizes the whole Tattvavada philosophy or Vedic philosophy of Madhvacharya. So on that note, it was a wonderful morning and thank you for everyone for joining us today. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna everyone. So we are in the Ananteshwara temple, a very favorite temple of Madhvacharya. So let me take you back to the 12th century. So at the beginning of the 12th century, the interpretation of the Vedanta, the Upanishads was completely ruined. And people were totally confused with regards to what is the route to salvation. So the bhaktas who used to come to this Ananteshwara temple were confused, what is the route to salvation? So at the dawn of the 12th century, one day, a young boy climbs up this pillar and he goes to the top of the pillar and he says, in this place, in Rajata Pitapura, there is going to be a great philosopher who is going to be born soon. He is going to give the right direction. He is going to give the right interpretations of the Upanishads, the Brahma Sutras and the Gitas, Bhagavata Purana, Mahabharata, and all the 7 primary scriptures. He is going to give us the right interpretation which will lead us to salvation. So friends, we are now entering into the Ananteshwara temple. So the Ananteshwara temple is a Vaishnava temple. It is a temple for Parashurama. So we enter this temple, which is the favorite pastimes of Madhvacharya. So in his childhood, he used to come to the Ananteshwara temple and he would pray to Lord Ananteshwara that was in his childhood, and in his youth, he used to be here when he was a sannyasi. He used to do pravachana in the Ananteshwara temple. All the Upanishad pravachanas and Gita pravachanas, Acharya used to do here. So, friends, we are entering into Ananteshwara temple. It is an ancient temple which has no history. The recorded history is well beyond the 12th century. This is some Pandavas are supposed to have come here and renovated this temple. So as you enter into the temple, you see the main deity, which is Parashurama, who is sitting on Ananta. So this is called Ananta Ishwara temple. So Ananteshwara is Parashurama's temple. So we have here Pratibhaji, who is going to explain to us the significance of this temple. So Anandji, could you please show our devotees the main placard of the temple?
You have
Over to you, Pratibhaji.
Yeah, there you have the silver throne that is called the Rajata Pita. Rajata is silver and Pita means the throne. Once when a king was tilling the land, he found a throne, and then Paramatma is seated on that throne, and above that is the Sheshanaga. So, and then it is covered by the linga. So, and then they say this was renovated by the Pandavas later. And that is the.
So, thank you, Pratibhaji. So, the one clarification is Ananteshwara temple is a Vishnu temple. It is Parashurama's temple. Parashurama, as we all know, is the avatar of Vishnu. So, I want to go right next to the deity there, and I want to consider how Madhvacharya used to walk up into Ananteshwara temple, and he would bow to Ananteshwara and do his pravachana. So, Anandji, do you want to show our devotees the Ananteshwara? So now we have had darshan of Ananteshwara. Now as we do the pradakshina to Ananteshwara temple, I would want to direct your attention to the most auspicious place of this temple. So this, as I told you, Madhvacharya used to do his pravachana here. He used to do his commentaries, teaching all his students. So he has been continuously involved in Shastra Abhyasa, Shastra teaching for his disciples for 79 years. So at the end of his around 79 years, Madhvacharya came to this place, to Ananteshwara temple, and he sat inside the Ananteshwara temple. Before he told his students that he was going to go back to Badri. That was going to be his third trip to Badri, and he was going to be staying with Veda Vyasa there to learn the Brahma Sutra Bhashya. So he came here, he gave message to his disciple, and he sat on this in that place within the temple, and he started reciting the Aitareya Upanishad Bhashya. Aitareya was the most favorite Upanishad for Acharya, and he has given Aitareya Upanishad Bhashya to so many of his disciples, and he has done it so many times. So he decided to Aitareya Upanishad Bhashya here, and at the completion of Aitareya Upanishad Bhashya, all the devatas in the sky were so appreciative, and the flower was showered on Acharya, and as the flowers were showered, Acharya disappeared to Badrikashrama. That is his third visit, and he stayed there, and the legend is he's still there learning Brahma Sutra from his guru, who is Veda Vyasa Narayana.
Beautifully in Ananteshwara temple. He's still alive.
So I hope you had a bit of an experience of Ananteshwara temple, and you've joined us today. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Motherji.
ಜಾನ್ಸನ್ ಮಧುಸೂದನ್ ಅವರು ಇಂಗ್ಲೆಂಡ್ ನಗರದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಕಾಲಜಿಯ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಸರ್ ಆಗಿ ವಿಶೇಷ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಒಲಮೆಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಟುಕೊಂಡು ಅಧ್ಯಯನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಉಪನಿಷತ್ ದರ್ಶನ ಆಫ್ ಆನಂದ ತೀರ್ಥ ಎನ್ನುವ ವಿಚಾರದ ಕುರಿತಾಗಿ ಅವರು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಠದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಿಜ್ಞಾಸುಗಳ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಕೋರ್ತಾ ತಮ್ಮ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ನೀಡಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
ಓಂ ಭದ್ರಂ ಕರ್ಣೇಭಿಃ ಶೃಣುಯಾಮದೇವಾಃ ಭದ್ರಂ ಪಶ್ಯೇಮ ಅಕ್ಷಭಿರ್ಯಜತ್ರಾಃ ಸ್ಥಿರೈರಂಗೈರ್ತುಷ್ಟುವಾಂಸಸ್ತನೂಭಿಃ ವ್ಯಶೇಮ ದೇವಹಿತಂ ಯದಾಯುಃ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ನಃ ಇಂದ್ರೋ ವೃದ್ರಶ್ರವಾಃ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ನಃ ಪೂಷಾ ವಿಶ್ವವೇದಾಃ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ನಃ ತಾರ್ಕ್ಷ್ಯೋ ಅರಿಷ್ಟನೇಮಿಃ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ನೋ ಬೃಹಸ್ಪತಿರ್ದದಾತು. ಓಂ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ ಶಾಂತಿ. ಯೋ ಅಂತಃ ಪ್ರವಿಶ್ಯ ಮಮ ವಾಚ ಇಮಾಂ ಪ್ರಸುಪ್ತಾಂ ಸಂಜೀವಯತಿ ಅಖಿಲಶಕ್ತಿಧರಸ್ವಧಾಮ್ನಾ ಅನ್ಯಾಂಶ್ಚ ಹಸ್ತಚರಣಶ್ರವಣತ್ವಗಾದೀನ್ ಪ್ರಾಣಾನ್ ನಮೋ ಭಗವತೆ ಪುರುಷಾಯ ತುಭ್ಯಂ. ಲಸತು ಶ್ರೀಮದಾನಂದತೀರ್ಥೇಂದುರ್ನೋ ಹೃದಂಬರೆ ಯದ್ವಚಶ್ಚಂದ್ರಿಕಾ ಸ್ವಾಂತಸಂತಾಪಂ ವಿನಿಕೃಂತತಿ. ಪದವಾಕ್ಯ ಪ್ರಮಾಣಜ್ಞಾನ್ ಪ್ರಣಮ್ಯ ಶಿರಸಾ ಗುರೂನ್ ವ್ಯಾಕರಿಷ್ಯೆ ಯಥಾಭೂತಂ ವಿಷ್ಣು ತತ್ವ ವಿನಿರ್ಣಯಂ. So good evening everyone, Hare Krishna. Before I get started, would like to get blessings from the Swamiji and Suganendra Tirtha Swamiji as well. So I just wanted to remind that we are a group of 16 from England. We run an organization called Hindu Knowledge Academy, which has got well over 2,000 students who learn about Vedanta. So 2 years ago, Suganendra Tirtha Swamiji was the chief guest. He delivered.
ಪ್ರತಿಪಾದನೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಉಡುಪಿಯ ಮಂದಿ ನೋಡುವ ಹಾಗೆ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಧ್ವಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಪ್ರತಿಪಾದನೆ, ಪ್ರಾಣದೇವರ ಚಿಂತನೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಮಧ್ವಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ ಭಾಷೆಗಳ ವೈಭವ ಏನು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಆಂಗ್ಲ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮನಮುಟ್ಟುವಂತೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿದ. ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಸಮಯ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಆದರೆ ನಿರಂತರ ಜ್ಞಾನಯಜ್ಞದ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ನಡೆಯುವ ಕಾರಣದಿಂದ ಮಧ್ಯದ ಸೇರ್ಪಡೆಯಾಗಿ ಶ್ರೀನಿವಾಸಾಚಾರ್ಯರಿಗೆ, ಮಧುಸೂದನಾಚಾರ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಮಠದ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಶ್ರೋತೃಗಳ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ, ಪೂಜ್ಯ ಪರ್ಯಾಯ ಕಿರಿಯ ಶ್ರೀಪಾದರು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಪ್ರಸಾದವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ಹರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸಂದರ್ಭ ದೊರೆತಾಗ ಮತ್ತೊಮ್ಮೆ ಅವರ ಪ್ರತ್ಯೇಕ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ಇಡುವಂತೆ ಆಗಲಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣದೇವರ ಸನ್ನಿಧಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ನೊಮ್ಮೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ಮುಂದೆ ಪಂಡಿತರಾದಂಥ ನಾಗರಹಳ್ಳಿ ಪ್ರಹ್ಲಾದಾಚಾರ್ಯರು ಬೃಹತಿ ಸಹಸ್ರ ಮತ್ತು ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಕುರಿತಾಗಿ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನು ನಡೆಸಿಕೊಂಡು
ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕಾರುಣ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕಥೆಯನ್ನ ಹೇಳುವುದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಧಾನವಲ್ಲ, ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪಾತ್ರ ಪರಿಚಯವನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದು ಶ್ರೀಪಾದರಾಜರ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಕೊಡುಗೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶ ವಿರೋಧಿಗಳು, ಧರ್ಮ ವಿರೋಧಿಗಳು ಈ ಸಾಹಿತಿಗಳು ಮಾಡಿದಂತಹ ಪುಸ್ತಕದ ಮೂಲಕ, ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಿನ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿಂದೂ ಧರ್ಮದ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಅವಹೇಳನ
Thank you.
ಗಂಗಾಧರ ಶಂಕರ ಕರುಣಾಕರ ಮಾಮವ ಭವ ಸಾಗರ ಸಾಗರ ಓ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಸ್ವಯಂಭೋ ಓ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಸ್ವಯಂಭೋ ನಿರ್ಗುಣ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ನಿರ್ಗುಣ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಗಮ ಗಮ ಭೂತ ಪಂಚರಹಿತ ನಿರ್ಗುಣ ಪರಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸ್ವರೂಪ ಗಮ ಗಮ ಭೂತ ಪ್ರಪಂಚರಹಿತ ನಿಜ ಗುಣ ನಿಹಿತ ನಿದಾಂತಕನಂದ ನಿಜ ಗುಣ ನಿಹಿತ ನಿದಾಂತಕನಂದ ಆನಂದ ಅತಿಶಯ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಲಿಂಗ ನಿಜ ಗುಣ ನಿಹಿತ ನಿದಾಂತಕನಂದ ಆನಂದ ಅತಿಶಯ ಅಕ್ಷಯ ಲಿಂಗ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಸ್ವಯಂಭೋ ಓ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಸ್ವಯಂಭೋ ದಿಮಿತ ದಿಮಿತ ದಿಮಿಕಿತ ತಕತೋ Tom tom dimikita tarikita takatom dimita dimita dimi dimikita takatom tom tom dimikita tarikita takatom matanga munivara vandita isha sarva digambara veshtita vesha matanga munivara vandita isha sarva digambara veshtita vesha ನಿತ್ಯ ನಿರಂಜನ ನಿತ್ಯ ನಟೇಶ ಈಶಾ ಸರ್ವೇಶ ಸರ್ವೇಶ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಸ್ವಯಂಭೋ ಓ ಶಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಸ್ವಯಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಸ್ವಯಂಭೋ ಶಿವ ಶಂಭೋ ಸ್ವಯಂಭೋ
ಭಯವ ಪರಿಹರಿಸಯ್ಯ
ಚರಣ ಕಮಲದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೈಲಾಸವಾಸ ಗೌರೀಶ ಜಲಧಾರೆಯಂತೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಕೊಡು ಹರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶಂಭೋ ಕೈಲಾಸವಾಸ ಗೌರೀಶ
ಅಹೋರಾತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಅನುಚರಾಗಣಿಯಾಗಿದ ಹೋರಾತ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಅನುಚರಾಗಣಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಹಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಚರಿಸಿದೆನು ಮಹಾದೇವನೇ ಮಹಿಯೊಳಗೆ ಚರಿಸಿದೆನು ಮಹಾದೇವನೇ ಅಹಿಭೂಷಣನೆಯನ್ನ ಅವಗುಣಗಳೆನಿಸದಲೆ ವಿಹಿತ ಧರ್ಮದಿ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಭಕುತಿಯನು ಕೊಡು ಕೈಲಾಸವಾಸ ಗೌರಿ ಶೈಷ ಕೈಲಾಸವಾಸ ಗೌರಿ ಶೈಷ
I was to introduce Madhu, or I don't know what it was. The only thing that came to my mind was a poem in school, Village Goldsmith. I don't know if any of you have heard of that. It is by Oliver Goldsmith. Village Schoolmaster was the name of the poem. So what happens in that poem is that there is a schoolmaster who goes to the village and he starts teaching them. So it's the description and amazement of the villagers when they see a teacher come and start. He could add, he could do this. It's wonderfully described. And it ends with saying, and gazing their amazement grew, how such a small head could carry all he knew. That is exactly what also. Sir, I'm not finished. So, as students, to Guruji, we have a small token of appreciation which we thought we will give in Pajaka. So, please, Guruji. Everybody come. All Shishya Vrunda.
Thank you very much. I am really humbled by all this. But it was totally not necessary. But whatever it is inside.
Whatever is inside, you have to give a demonstration afterwards.
Yes, in the bus we will see what.
You have to give a proper demonstration.
Come on, all of you, please. Just for
Quick.
come, elder.
Quick. Ramesh ji.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Bani, madam. Just for.
लक्ष्मीकान्तसमन्ततोऽपि कलयन्नैवेशितुस्ते समम् पश्याम्युत्तमस्तु दूरतरतो अपासं रसोऽष्टमा
ओम श्रीमद्विष्णुनिष्ठादिगुणगुरुतम श्रीमदानंद तीर्थ त्रैलोक्याचार्य
ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿಜಯಾಭ್ಯುದಯ ನೃಪ ಶಾಲಿವಾಹನ ಶಕೆ 1999ಕ್ಕೆ ಸಲ್ಲುವ ಈಶ್ವರನಾಮ ಸಂವತ್ಸರದ ಅಶ್ವಯುಜ ಶುದ್ಧ ತದಗಿ ಶನಿವಾರ ದಿನಾಂಕ 4/10/97ರಂದು ಪೇಜತ್ತಾಯ ವಂಶದ ಶ್ರೀಮತ್ ತ್ರಿವಿಕ್ರಮ ಪಂಡಿತಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ವಿರಾಜಮಾನರಾದ ಶ್ರೀ ಕ ವಾಸುದೇವ ಭಟ್ಟರ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಕಾಪು ಹಯಗ್ರೀವಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ನೇತೃತ್ವದಲ್ಲಿ ವಿರಾಜ ಹೋಮವು ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀ 108 ಶ್ರೀ ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸ ತೀರ್ಥರ ಅಮೃತ ಹಸ್ತದಿಂದ ಶ್ರೀಮತ್ ತ್ರಿವಿಕ್ರಮ ಪಂಡಿತಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ಹಾಗೂ ಶ್ರೀಮತ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಪಂಡಿತಾಚಾರ್ಯರ ವೃಂದಾವನಗಳ ಗರ್ಭಗೃಹದ ಉದ್ಘಾಟನೆ ನೆರವೇರಿತು. Dear Sahiti friends, as we come towards the close of our Pavana Yatra, we have arrived at one of the most Pavana Kshetras, as one may say. This is the Vrindavana of Sri Trivikrama Panditacharya, but for whose work our information and knowledge about Madhvacharya would have been very limited. The only authentic source of the information that we have about Madhvacharya is because of that work, who was a contemporary of Madhvacharya. So he's actually seen, he's heard, Narayan Panditacharya has written the Madhva-Vishaya, who has actually seen and who is the son of Trivikrama Panditacharya. Trivikrama Panditacharya has composed Vayustuti as well. Madhuji, if you could want to add.
So it is really my wonderful privilege to introduce one of the members of Lukpicha family, the direct descendant of Trivikrama Panditacharya. So we are indeed fortunate today that Acharya has taken the effort to show us the Vrindavana of Narayana Panditacharya and also Trivikrama Panditacharya. So Trivikrama Panditacharya, as you know, composed the Vayustuti, and of course Trivikrama Panditacharya in Madhvacharya's time, he was a contemporary of Madhvacharya, and of course he himself was a great Pandit, he was a great scholar in Nyaya, Tarka systems and Mayavada and so on. So he was a great scholar in his times, and his brother was Shankara Panditacharya, who used to be a librarian of Madhvacharya. So Trivikrama Panditacharya always had this inquisitive mind as to he wanted to understand some of the deeper doubts that he had in philosophy, and he wanted to find the answers for this. But what Trivikrama Panditacharya did was, his brother Shankara Panditacharya used to look after the library of Madhvacharya. So during the night time, when everybody was asleep, Trivikrama Panditacharya used to take a lamp and then get into the library and read all the works of Madhvacharya so that all his doubts can be clarified. And then he wanted those doubts. Trivikrama Panditacharya wanted a debate with Acharya over 15 days, not because he wanted to defeat Madhvacharya, but he wanted to get defeated, and in that process he becomes victorious to know about Tattvavada and Acharya Shastra. So as Madhva-Vijaya describes, his son Narayana Panditacharya documents the debate about Trivikrama Panditacharya, how over 15 days he had this conversation with Madhvacharya, and all his doubts were reconciled over 15 days. And at the end of 15 days, Trivikrama Panditacharya falls at the feet of Madhvacharya, becomes one of his Paramasishyas, and he has composed the most famous Vayustuti, which all Tattvavadins recite every day. And the beauty of Vayustuti is, there is an incidence behind Vayustuti, and I'm going to pass this on to Suresh to give us a flow of what happened and how did this Vayustuti came about. So friends, here you have the granite inscription of Vayustuti, which has been given by Putige Bhatta Swamiji to the Luchika family, and we have here for permanent record. So over to Suresh to give us a brief background of how the Vayustuti came about.
Thanks, Madhuji. So it so happens that Trivikrama Panditacharya, as a disciple of Madhvacharya, was with Acharya when the puja of Krishna was taking place. And as a part of custom of any puja, when the Naivedya is being offered to the Lord, there's usually a curtain drawn and there's contemplation of the person who is offering the Naivedya to the Lord. And one would wait patiently until the offering is completed, and then there's a signal to open the curtain. The curtain is opened and the rest of the rituals then, the processes then take place. However, on this specific day, for some reason, the pause was extremely long. And obviously there were people waiting outside to carry on with the routine process, but it seemed to be never ending, and Acharya was not signaling the end of the process. So obviously, as a curious student, suddenly when something out of the way happens, wanting to know more, wanting to understand more, Trivikrama Panditacharya said, let me just find out what's happening. And therefore, he just moved the curtain a little, and what he saw there was literally amazing. He saw he did not see Madhvacharya sitting there in the idol of Krishna. Instead, what he saw was the six people, the vision of six personalities is what Trivikrama Panditacharya had. He saw Lord Rama being worshipped by Hanuman. He saw Krishna being worshipped by Bhima, and he saw Vedavyasa being worshipped by Madhvacharya. So the three avatars of Vayu were there with the respective the form of the Lord Vishnu himself, and having been overwhelmed and overjoyed by Acharya showing all his three avatars to Trivikrama Panditacharya, and that is the when Trivikrama Panditacharya composed Vayustuti. Madhuji, please.
So, after having listened to this fantastic pastimes of Madhvacharya and Trivikrama Panditacharya, we should take this opportunity also to thank our Guru T.S. Raghavendran and his
doing it. Turn around. Nice. Well done, Kusumji.